And now, the starting lineup for your Shy Sports Weekly podcast.
Wow, damn. That was good.
At producer, number 00.
Fuck yeah.
Drinks more Bud Lights than
11, 210.
I'm
From
6 foot.
Crystal Lake, Tyler Saul.
at co-host from Lamont. Just under 6 feet.
Now with shoes, I might be there. We'll see. Get the tape measure out.
Got legs like a donkey. Number 7, the steals leader at Lamont High School all time. Kyle Milinovich.
The steals leader. Yeah.
Actually, didn't that record get broken?
Yeah, it did. R.I.P.
We don't talk about that.
No, we don't. I'm still the leader.
But
You
is
gonna do
that,
your own or what?
Tom, is that a copyright infringement, or do we need to cut that out, or
Can
what?
you actually start the show with that song?
I could. Well, it might be a copyright issue actually, so maybe I can't.
No one listens to this anyway. We're fine.
But there is a little part of it in our opening intro song anyway that's on YouTube. So
The
There you
Alan
go.
Parsons Project. Oh
Yes.
shit, we didn't introduce Bubs.
And there's Bob's
we didn't introduce you either.
at
Where's-
at 6'3" from Itasca. Went to North Central College. Leads the league in drinking tickets.
And
Number
broken
3, Maxwell Borshevsky.
You should actually. So yeah, that's a great intro for the story that I'm about to tell here. I got a good story.
This better be good. You were hyping it up before we started.
It's good. You especially will get a kick out of it. I'm sure some of the listeners will too.
All right, let's hear it.
But essentially 2 weekends ago, we didn't record last week, but 2 weekends ago, Saturday night, I went out in Wicker Park, and I just wound up crashing at my buddy's place, slept on the couch. And the next day, I had to be at a wedding rehearsal in Winnetka at noon.
Cool.
So I was up by I don't know, I slept pretty late. I didn't wake up till 10. And then I'm just sitting on this guy's couch, watching Barstool trivia or some shit. And it's 10:30, and I'm like, all right, I better get out of here. So obviously I didn't charge my phone, 1% battery on the phone. And I'm like, I'm just going to get a divvy because Ubers are stupid expensive right now.
And you're going back to your apartment?
Yeah,
in
in South. So I go to the first divvy stand. I don't know if you guys are familiar with divvies, but there's these new divvies called divvy charges. And they're way less work. They're faster. They're almost like motorized. So needed a divvy charge that day. Was not looking to ride a regular bike all the way back home Sunday morning in the heat, slightly hungover. Couldn't find a divvy charge at that stand, so I tried to walk to a different one. Wound up walking 2 miles without seeing a divvy. And then by the time I get to one, my phone dies. So there's on the divvy app or whatever, that's how you're able to unlock the bike. I literally pull out the app, hold it up to the bike, phone dies. Couldn't get a bike. So at this point, I'm in West Loop with a dead phone in between Wicker Park and my place. Still probably a good 45-minute walk away from home. And my only hope at that point is to hail a cab. So I just start and I'm racing against the clock too, because I need to be at this wedding rehearsal at noon.
What time is it?
By this time, it's just after 11. So I'm like, oh, fuck. So I'm halfway, I'll walk a block and then run a block, then walk and then run. And was not in great shape. I was wearing a Rizzo jersey, unbuttoned down to my chest because I was at the Cubs game the day before. And it's getting closer and closer to noon. So it's 11:15 or maybe 11:30. And I'm in the middle of the loop trying to hail down a cab. I swear 7 cabs passed me, and there are people in every single one going somewhere. So I'm crossing an intersection, pissed off at this point, and I hear someone yell something out of their car. So I look back, and it's Psalm. Psalm's in his car at the intersection. He's like, hey, Max, what are you doing? I'm trying to get home. Can you give me a ride? He goes, no. He eventually pulls over and asks me like what the deal is. I'm like, dude, phone's dead. Can't get a cab. I have to be at a wedding rehearsal in Winnetka at noon. I'm like, I need you to do me a huge solid right now. And at this point, it's like 11:20 or 11:30. He's like, all right, get in. So he's going to Navy Pier for brunch with his girl, or dropping his girlfriend off at Navy Pier for brunch. He picks me up, does me a huge solid. I'm in the back seat, probably smelling like sins and just garbage. And he drives me back to my place. I get there at 11:45, hop in the shower, put on some nice clothes, sprint out the door, and make it to the wedding rehearsal in Winnetka an hour late.
Were you there with who? I have so many questions. I have so many questions. Whose wedding was it? Like yours on your side or Carrie's?
It was Frank's. You know Frank.
Oh, so Uncle Frank. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he didn't care
you.
at all. He's like the best. He's like the nicest. But I felt terrible. I'm walking in there, probably still smelling even after I showered.
You should have just wore the Rizzo jersey.
I walk in and they all just start clapping. I'm like, no, don't clap.
No. I'll clap for you. For all of you who made it actually on time.
Tom, did I miss any details?
No, that about sums it up, dude. I was driving back at the Navy Pier. She was getting lunch with her friends, and I fucking see this kid running in a Rizzo jersey down the street, and I go,
What street was it?
What's
it was it was like Ontario or something.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know the city like that. And I go, I fucking know that run anywhere. I go, that's fucking Borshesky running down the road in a Rizzo jersey, completely unbuttoned. So I'm fucking like the other side of the intersection from him. And I go, Borshesky. And he like turns around like, who the fuck is calling my name? And yeah, just
every 6 blocks, I lost another button.
If I didn't pick him up, he would have. Dude, that was a far drive. It was like, I couldn't even imagine walking that.
Yeah, that was a lifesaver move. I think your girlfriend was like, yeah, that guy looked like he was going to the Cubs game. I'm like, no. I was at the Cubs game like 20 hours. in these
that was yesterday.
Fucking hilarious. What are the chances?
So yeah, not my finest moment.
What was your first thought when you saw Max? You're like, this fucking idiot.
I mean, I knew it had to be a matter of he was fucking hungover for sure.
It was also like, all I knew. It was like, obviously this past week it was hotter than hell. So I think it was like 90 degrees already.
Oh, yeah, man. It's like the most helpless feeling too, where you're like, I might die on State Street here.
And the Blue Angels were flying that day, so the city was just packed with fucking people as it is, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, just a nightmare scenario.
So yeah, so that's my story. That's what I needed to open the show with, especially after the Bulls intro.
Oh my God, that's a great story. I have nothing to top that. I did nothing remotely cool. But good for you.
It wasn't really cool. It was
I don't know how cool it was.
But that was 2 weekends ago. Then this past weekend, I was at the wedding. Stood up in the wedding, obviously, on Friday. It was a great time.
Oh, he got married this weekend?
Yeah.
And Winnetka too?
In Winnetka, yeah.
Oh.
So he married his wife is Mexican. So it was a Mexican Italian wedding, and it was just like they played a ton of there was a mariachi band. They played all these like classic Mexican hits, and I was just killing it out there. I was having a great time.
How fucked up were you?
Yes.
Were you more fucked up at the wedding or the night before where you forgot to charge the phone?
Definitely the wedding, but I didn't do anything foolish or stupid. I was pretty. I was not the drunkest guy at the party, the drunkest girl at the party, so that's good.
Who was?
I don't know.
Come on.
Name names. You want names?
Jack. Probably my dad. No.
Just Bob.
No, it was up. Everyone was pretty in control. It was a good time. We've talked about weddings on the show in the past, so I don't want to plug weddings too much, but I will say we had a good time.
I don't ever remember talking about weddings, to be honest. Did we? Ty?
Hard to say, dude. Have to check my notes. Have to go back to the episodes. I'm sure we have.
I went to I think when I went to that wedding in Florida, we talked about,
Oh
weddings,
yeah.
Wedding moves, things like that.
Wedding moves. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's always
remember that. All right, what are we? Week 23 here?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Week 23. Who wants to start it?
We start with the most popular one. Jesper Horsted.
Yup. Yup. Oh, fuck. That's the perfect one.
Before the show, I was like, here, I got one for you, Kyle. And I didn't look this up. I was like, Jesper Horsted. But then I was like, actually, just kidding, because he was 32. Turns out he was also 23, which I did not know.
He won a Stanley Cup with the Hawks in 2010 wearing 32, and then in 2015 wearing 23.
Beautiful.
So the most important one. I'm gonna go Jimmy G Buckets. Or pardon me. No, what was he? 21? That would make sense, right? Why would he be 23?
Not cutting that.
No. Devin Hester.
Devin Hester, good recovery. Okay.
Wow. Holy shit. That was probably the stupidest thing anybody's ever said. I had my mind set that he was number 23.
Not smart. I mean, this is probably the easiest number.
Well, I didn't even think like obviously, yeah. Well, I always think of Jordan wearing number 45.
Okay.
Classic mix-up.
So, so wait a minute. You thought someone who played for the Bulls in 2010 wore number 23?
I'm high, dude. I really am high. Yeah. So.
All right. We'll go. Let's go with Ryan Sandberg then.
Damn, 23 honestly might be the greatest number in Chicago sports. It obviously has to be the greatest number in Chicago sports.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I don't know if there's really a debate, to be honest.
When you have
Jordan, the only one in contention is probably 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Well, that's a hot take.
Who else was at 23 on the Bears besides Hester?
Jerry Azuma.
Yes, was R.W. McQuarters 21?
He was in the 20s, I think.
Did you just make up a name?
No.
That's a made up name.
That sounds made up, but it's real.
That's a porn star's name.
R.W. McQuarters. Here we go.
Those quarter tricks.
21.
Was he 21?
Hey, that's what we'll do today. We'll do a starting five of names of athlete names that are completely fake.
I almost said Nathan Vasher, but he was 31, right?
He was 31. Yeah. All right. Is that good for the end of the show? Is that a good topic?
Yeah, that is good. I like that.
Like fake names from like what? Just
like the key and Fields.
Like, okay, so do we just make them up? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. How about that?
Oh, I was talking about just real names that sound fake, but yeah.
Okay, got you.
Everybody will figure out what we do at the end of the show.
I already just thought of a good one.
I'm sticking with R.W. McQuarters. So
it's not a Chicago athlete, but it's a good one.
Doesn't have to be.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be. But let's talk a little Bears action here. Final preseason game Saturday. Justin Fields played the first half. What were his numbers?
He was 7 for 10, passing 54 yards and a TD, and then he ran for 13 on 2 carries. So,
okay. So how many fantasy points would that be?
Well, if it's a 6-point passing touchdown league, that'd be
who plays 6-point passing touchdowns?
We do. The league you're in with me.
That is absurd.
We do that?
Yeah.
Take the over of all of our spreads.
Oh my God, yeah.
So, yes. So that'd be 6 plus 25 passing yards is 1 point. So that's 8 plus the 10 rushing yards. That's 9. Those are numbers.
And there you have it, folks. That's numbers.
How many did you say?
9. Which is not great for one half, but I mean
he was also with the backups.
Right. There was there was a drop ball. I don't know if you can call it a drop. I guess it is, but like receiver caught it, pulled it in, his elbow hit the ground, ball popped out. So
who was the receiver? Call him out.
I can't remember. Like you said, they're all backups.
Daz Newsome.
But
hey,
he did just look polished, poised, and kind of just in control the entire time. So, and that's like probably the most impressive trait that I've seen, or my most impressive trait that I've noticed.
You're also a resident QB guru. Guru.
I am. Freshman B team quarterback at Lake Park High School.
North Central Intramural champ, motherfucker.
Yep. I actually went to a championship 2 years ago in a flag league. Had to forfeit because I was standing up at another wedding. But So yeah,
Moral of the story: don't have too many friends.
let's just say it's a decorated resume.
It's like having too many good quarterbacks on the team. If you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have one. If you have a quarterback with too many friends, you don't have one.
How about this hot take? And Nick Foles, 142 yards and 2 TDs, 10 for 13. Does he start week 1 over Andy Dalton?
If you would have realistically, if you were like, hey, who do you want to start week 1, Andy Dalton or Nick Foles, and it was just those two, you could convince me Andy.
I wouldn't give a
Dalton or
shit.
Nick
I would
Foles.
literally say flip a coin.
I'm gonna say like it's like, do you want me to punch me now or later?
Do you think Dalton was getting nervous when Foles was in there just carving up the 4th string defense on the Titans?
that he was gonna get moved down from QB1 to QB3.
I think he was just nervous that they might think he's the same guy.
Oh my God, Andy Dalton. He's looking more and more like gritty every week. He's got the beard. Like who?
The beard, yeah.
It's the beard. His eyebrows are just like, I don't know. Yeah, they're George W. Bushy.
Flaming hot Cheetos.
Dude, they're Cheeto Puffs. Most of us, they are. It's crazy. The beard is not a good look for him. Usually a beard hides stuff for guys and makes them look better. He's the rare occasion where a beard makes him look worse.
I almost feel bad for the guy because it's like, what's he supposed to say? You know, he's like, Justin's gonna have a great career, but right now it's my time. Like, no matter what he says, he's just gonna get laughed at.
It's not your time. I mean, I don't feel. Do you actually feel bad for him at all? He's getting $10 million a year.
No, I don't. I said almost, and almost means I don't feel bad for him.
No, not the slightest. And the fact that people are saying the Bears aren't going to start Justin Fields week 1 because they have to face Aaron Donald and the Rams, and they don't want him getting killed by Aaron Donald. It's like, all right, well, I think week 3 they play the Browns and Myles Garrett. Like every team has somebody who's just an absolute unit. The NFL. Right. That's a terrible take.
I think part of the argument for me though is like we don't know what this team is. We don't know if the defense is good. We kind of have an idea that the offensive line's going to be shaky. You know, obviously A-Rob and Montgomery are going to put up numbers, but like, is Justin Fields starting week 1 going to make or break their season? I don't
know. No, but I also don't want to watch 1 second of Andy Dalton under center.
Right. The fan in me is like, fuck that. But
I'll tell you what,
the QB guru in me, you called me a QB guru. I'm going to try and give you a thoughtful answer here.
I haven't seen much of Justin Fields in the preseason, but I feel like every time I do, he's getting his shit rocked. Just absolutely hit, murdered.
I feel, and I haven't watched all the preseason games that closely, but I feel like whenever he's in, he's not with the starting offensive line. He's with the backup. He's with some guy named Arlington. Oh, I don't want to say his name. I have him for later. Arlington Hambright.
I mean, he really hasn't made like a mistake though. You know,
no turnovers.
No,
that works for me.
So, say what you want, doing it against 2nd, 3rd, 4th string defenses, but he's taking care of business either way.
Taking care of business. I actually do have one question for you. Who the fuck is Jesper Horsted?
Is he listed as a receiver or a tight end?
He's a tight end.
Okay. I mean, he's pretty athletic for being a tight end. I was watching a little bit of the game. He made some really nice plays. Like, type of plays that made me want him on the actual roster.
All right. What college did Jesper Horsted go to?
Jeez.
Probably something goofy like Fresno State.
Probably went to Tulane.
He went to Princeton.
Really?
Yeah. Jesper Horsted went to Princeton. That's crazy.
Smart guy.
He is a smart guy.
He sounds like he time traveled from 1873.
He's on my list for later too.
I'm gonna say these are all like great names. I think I might have my starting 5 here. Jesper Horsted.
I mean, you want to talk about a big fantasy day? 5 catches, 104 yards, 3 TDs. He was everywhere. Like so that's. I mean, tell me he didn't earn a roster spot with that game.
I mean, okay, so then you have 4 tight ends: Jimmy James, Cole Kmet, Jesse James, and Jesper Horsted.
Yep.
I'll tell you, coming from the Steelers fan, you can get rid of Jesse James and you guys will be just fine. It's cool.
Is he bad?
I think he's more like a blocking tight end.
It's not great.
You think Jesse James is a blocking tight end? He wears number 18.
That's the new rules now. You can wear whatever number you want, apparently.
I know, and I'm still saying that.
And that's why before the show, Saul told me to introduce him as 00.
I didn't, but I'm glad you did because that's the most baller number you can have. And
You know what's funny? In travel baseball when I was younger, my number was 00. That was that guy. Speedy, quick lefty 00. I digress. Jesse James, not a blocking tight end. I don't think at least. Let's look up Jesse James's number here really quickly. Jesse James sounds like a porn star. Can we all agree?
I think it probably is.
I'm sure if you go to Pornhub right now and type in Jesse James, you'll find something.
I'll do it on my work computer.
Hopefully you don't find him.
Jesse and Tyler Psalm comes up. He had 43 catches in 2017. So 39, it goes from 2016 on here, 39, 43, 30, 16, and 14. Granted, he played only 7, 11, and 7 games the last few years. So I'm going to say he's more of a pass-catching tight end.
Okay.
But, Jesus Christ, dude, he's 6'7".
Sounds like a blocking tight end to me now.
Oh, my God. You know what? I don't know. We'll see.
All I know is Jesper Horsted is coming for his job.
After Jesper Horsted was doing a lot. And that one-handed catch.
Jesper Horsted shows up to Soldier Field horseback with a candle. Like that's how he gets to and from.
The show Yellowstone was created after Jesper Horsted.
I think he's in season 4.
Yeah. They're just waiting for the preseason to finish before they film it. But now it might be delayed because he's on the active roster. Let's see what else we got for Bears. Final preseason, Jesper Horsted, Nick Foles. Yeah, Nick Foles trying to find somebody to trade for him. I saw that. I don't really think that's newsworthy.
I mean, what was it? It was like he'll only. Does he have a no trade clause? Because basically they're only going to trade him if they're sending him somewhere he wants to be, right?
Yeah, I saw that. So I don't know. I don't really care. We've talked about Nick Foles way too much.
Yeah,
we can move on. Anything else Bears related that you could think of?
Not really. Just kind of excited for the season to kick off.
I know it's like these next 2 weeks are just. I mean, obviously cuts around the league. Maybe we'll see the Bears sound like an offensive lineman. Hopefully, not injured. But yeah, these
couple fantasy drafts coming up this weekend. It's definitely drafting season right now.
I actually just had one today.
Did you?
Right before this.
Shit, people don't care about how your fantasy team's doing.
Yeah, exactly. I was praying you actually weren't going to ask me how I did. It's like 3 minutes of just dead time. You might as well just be silent for 3 minutes.
Things I love doing.
If I know you though, you took Le'Veon Bell, Todd Gurley, Calvin Johnson, and Drew Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe? No. I'm a Doug Flutie guy through and through.
Tony Romo.
I always love the guy though that at the end of the draft, like when it's round 16 or whatever, they draft Tim Tebow.
Yes, like Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, like there's always that one guy. It's like, you know what? Here, I'm going to draft Tim Tebow. You never know when he's going to come back.
Or like, you're drafting the Chicago guys. Someone's going to take – this year it makes sense to take Fields, but someone would always take the Bears quarterback, like in the last round.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Mitch wasn't terrible as a fantasy quarterback at all, especially when he played at home. Maybe that was 2 years ago. Yeah, he would just –
Let's not get back on the Mitch wagon either.
Hey, he tore the fuck up out of the Bears, is all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even talk about that. Oh, here we go. Let's talk about that. How do you feel about Mitch just tearing that ass up?
I mean, it's really easy when you are comfortably sitting there as a backup behind Josh Allen.
What do you mean? You're saying there's no pressure on him?
There's just no pressure, yeah.
See, there's almost more pressure on him now.
No. I don't know. We talk about it all the time. Best job is backup quarterback in the NFL.
Oh yeah, 100%. Hey, that good preseason, that good first half of the game last week That's gonna earn Mitch a job for life as a backup quarterback. Like, well, you never know. You saw
That
that
is so
once.
true.
You saw that first half of preseason film.
The
against
Ryan Fitzpatrick effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ryan Fitzpatrick's actually starting. I'm saying Mitch will always have at least a backup job. And Fitzmagic, dude, are you kidding me? He's a stud.
Hey, you don't got to tell me, but how many teams does that dude backed up?
He was actually really good on the pardon my take interview.
Did not listen.
Yeah.
No
He
free
was-
ads.
Yeah, he was funny. He was actually really funny. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, how shitty does that make Nagy look though? That Mitch is in this guy's offense for
5
a couple
minutes.
months here, throws for a couple touchdowns, puts up what 30 points, 27 points or something in the first half, and just torches the Bears.
You know why I
It's
don't
like-
feel bad about it? Because I would still rather have Justin Fields over Mitch.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying if you're Matt Nagy, are you just like, God damn it, maybe it's me? Do you think he had the slightest inkling to think like, yeah, maybe I suck?
I don't know. I don't know if he's capable of thinking that way.
Do you think he's just a self-centered, cocky prick?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of NFL coaches probably are.
All right, give me one. Let's do word association real quick here. Matt Nagy.
Bald. Is he bald?
Bald. Stressed.
Yes, dude. He looks disheveled.
He looks like he hasn't slept in a long
He
time.
was playing at Delaware.
Right. Like
Yeah,
he constantly like he looks like he knows he's coaching for his job.
Did you see there's a connection between Ryan Day and Matt Nagy? Did you see that at all?
No, I actually didn't.
So they played against each other in college. I think Day went to New Hampshire, University of New Hampshire. Jesus Christ. And Nagy went to Delaware. And they
Wow.
for the 4 years and they played against each other. And they're like, I don't know if they're close friends but I know they keep in touch now more than they obviously probably were before. Yeah, Matt Nagy. I'm on the fire Matt Nagy train, but that's here nor there.
I will be literally the conductor of that train after the season if it goes wrong.
After the first quarter on September 12th. How bad is it that they start on Sunday Night Football too?
Bad, but not terrible. I mean, I don't hate it.
No, just give me a noon game with like on Fox with like Jeannie Zelasco as the announcer or some shit like that.
And I want, yeah, Dan Jiggets while you're having your coffee at 10 a.m.
A noon game is perfect for your team. Like if your team plays at noon, the best slot.
Nice
Tony
thing about it
Perry
is, so are you saying you want them hidden? Like you don't want them exposed on a national stage?
Yes. Not with Andy Dalton under center. Do I want them exposed? Dude, the spread's 7.5. There's no way they cover that.
I don't know. It's the Bears, dude. They find weird ways to stay in games.
7.5. Dude, they just against the Rams the past 2 times they've been out there.
You don't bet on or against the Bears. You just don't.
Also, Rams have Stafford now. People forget that.
I think the Rams are like I probably shouldn't say dark horse because it's probably pretty obvious, but I think they're a legitimate Super Bowl threat.
I mean, yeah, dude, aren't they like in the top 5?
Would have been nice if they didn't lose Cam Akers for their sake, but this is like a true test for Stafford. He's got like a legitimate team around him for once.
No, I was gonna say this is a perfect transition into just news and notes from around the league.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the top 5 Super Bowl teams.
You know what I fucking hate is when like
Rams are 5th, by the way.
stud players tear their ACL or just have a season-ending injury in the preseason. It's
Well, here, this is also. I want to talk a little fantasy football. What do people draft before preseason's over?
yeah, it's way too soon.
I did one year, and it fucked whoever picked OBJ this season. He was out.
I mean, J.K. Dobbins is a perfect example.
Yeah, he was going what round? Like
Like 3rd or 4th round.
Yeah. Tears his ACL. It's like, all right, well, I mean, and obviously he could have done it at any time. It's not like they're in bubble wrap right now, but
Or a guy like Sony Michel gets traded to the Rams. People are probably taking Darrell Henderson 2 rounds earlier than they would be now.
oh wow, he got traded to the Rams?
Yeah,
Oh wow, that one
the more you know.
went right over my head. Did you know Emmanuel Sanders is on the Bills?
I did.
I'm trying to think who else was another name that I saw that made no sense. Nelson Aguilar is on the Patriots.
Oh, that's weird. That is definitely a weird one.
You think Mac
Probably
Jones
it's
ends
gonna
up
be
starting
really
over there?
weird. Speaking of, I see we had Drew Brees in notes here. It's gonna be really weird seeing Jameis Winston under center for the Saints.
Yeah. I mean, he looked good in that Monday night game. He had a couple throws. I took the over at hit. Thank you.
Mark my words, league MVP 2021.
Stop. Are you serious?
2021 league MVP.
It's got to be plus 40,000.
Take it. Hammer it.
Okay.
Dude had LASIK. The dude couldn't see and he threw for 30 and 30. Imagine if he can now
Now you're
see.
saying he's got 20/20.
Yeah, and he's
I
going to
got a
throw for 40 and 10.
Oh my God! Can you imagine if he throws 20 touchdowns, 20 picks? The headlines up that will be out there.
Be hilarious.
He had 30, 34, got LASIK. Now he's going 20.
So I am extremely confident that Jameis Winston will not win MVP. Like I couldn't be more confident.
He throws for the most touchdowns. That MVP is a stretch.
That is also a stretch.
I also unless they trade Taysom Hill,
Right.
I think Sean Payton's going to use Taysom Hill as the most gadget back of all time, especially this year.
Taysom Hill is almost going to get used too much to let Jameis Winston be MVP.
Yeah,
Going to take away too many snaps.
they're gonna split votes. They're gonna split MVP votes. Who else?
They're
I'll
the
tell you
Saints
what, though,
amazing.
I'm taking Alvin Kamara at my third pick in fantasy.
No, we're not talking fantasy football draft. We're more just talking about.
Why'd you put it in the notes then?
Because I wanted it was more so a reminder of ripping on people who draft before preseason's over.
Yeah, that's true. That is really
Like
stupid.
people
Don't
who
do that.
I would associate those people with those who put their Christmas tree up before Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's a really good comparison. Really good.
And people who eat stuffing in the summer.
Shut up. I don't. I don't, but I would. I don't, but I would.
So I'm gonna compare it to people who eat potato salad in the winter.
We're not all about this conversation. So stupid. We're done. We're fucking done.
Yes, but it should be a lock to draft Labor Day week. Like that's when you draft.
I feel like Labor Day is the perfect day to draft.
Yeah,
That is when we're drafting. Right?
and that is when we're drafting.
Which rookie QB do you think is going to have the best year, their first year?
That's a good question.
And you can't say Justin Fields because that's biased.
I want to because if he gets in, let's say week 4 or sooner, I really think he could be the most valuable fantasy quarterback as a rookie.
I'm gonna say Trey Lance.
I like that.
He did. I saw he like dislocated something with his finger today. He's out for a week.
You have no interest in Trevor Lawrence?
No, dude, I think he's gonna suck.
Dude, he's been phenomenal in the preseason.
I hate his hair, and therefore I can't back him up.
I was about
That's
to say that, dude. You know my rule on hair. If bad hair, what quarterback that's ever won has had bad hair? Jay Cutler, Tom Brady,
No.
Peyton Manning, great heads of hair. I mean, come on.
I didn't even know Peyton Manning had hair. I've only seen his forehead.
He's all forehead.
He's all for it.
I would say, I honestly, no joke. I would say Justin Fields would be the number 1 rookie quarterback that I want on my fantasy team, and then Trevor Lawrence number 2.
Well, if you're going like full season, it has to be Zach Wilson or Trevor Lawrence that'll get you the most points.
Yeah, but if you're looking at like a per game basis, and then someone who could really help you out like down the stretch or in the playoffs, I think it's
It's Justin Fields or Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I mean, though none of them are just like pocket passers. They all run or all have the ability to run, but it's just a matter of how much they'll like the Jags and the Jets will actually.
I'll say the good thing about Fields too is I hate to say this already, but I think the Bears are going to be chasing quite a bit, so he's going to be throwing every game.
That's exactly why Mitch was the best covered or garbage time tutties.
Garbage time counts in fantasy. People forget.
If you took away the Bears trailing in the fourth quarter from Mitch's career, he would have like a 48% completion percentage.
He would have 7 touchdowns.
And 6 of them would have been in that one game against the Bucks. I mean, yeah, it's actually spot on. How fucking bad he was.
Yeah.
I was watching the Sunday night game last night. God damn.
Weren't there 2 on?
There was 5 games on yesterday.
No, at night.
No, there was only one. There was the Sunday Night Football NBC game of the week or whatever with Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, and your boy Drew Brees. He's like the third analyst in the booth.
Isn't he doing the Notre Dame games too?
Yeah, I mean, I caught the end of it. He's doing it with Chris Collinsworth's son, Jack.
Oh, okay. He's got to be making a nice, pretty penny.
They asked him if they gave him the hypothetical week 12 or later in the season, playoff team starting quarterback is injured. Would you answer the call from that team's GM? He's like, no. I'm throwing football with my kids and throwing batting practice, and he's like tiptoeing around. It's like, just say yes or no, fucker.
I could just
Yes
see
or no
him
question.
giving,
Baby could answer.
I could just see him giving the most canned answers, like just
He's good,
like
though.
yeah, like the
I
most
like
proper,
PC
written-
answers.
Exactly. Thank you.
PR 101 answers.
Sorry, my brain stopped working for a second.
Because you
Actually, stroke.
Max just had a
Back.
fucking stroke.
We're back.
All right. Anything else football? Ty, Max, anything?
Nothing. Just excited for it. That's
Go
all.
Steelers.
We're gonna do during the season. We're gonna have like a competition against the spread here. We're gonna have 5 picks each week and keep track. And we have to.
I
have
like that a lot.
a bet for the loser,
I like that a lot.
and everything's against the spread.
Okay. I like it a lot.
All
Did I
right,
mention that?
I like it. I like it a lot.
perfect. Now we go. All right, let's move into some baseball here.
Talk about something more fun.
Cubs.
By fun, I mean depressing. The Cubs.
Actually, I was going to start with former Cub. It's even weird to say former Cub Javi. Did you see the remarks in New York?
I did.
Soft as shit.
They don't deserve him.
I mean, what? Yeah, they don't. What do you think about that, Kyle?
There was this one. Who was it? This Chris Russo on High Heat. He's like, he's never had to deal with scrutiny from fans in Chicago because Cubs fans don't care as much as Mets fans. It's like,
That's complete bullshit.
so yeah, Chris Russo might be the biggest fucking idiot on the planet. Oh my God. This is his exact quote. This isn't Wrigley Field where people don't care. This is NYC. Just shut up and play. Javi Baez is an embarrassment. Dude,
Jesus.
Chris
Since
Russo,
when?
shut the fuck up.
That is the most bogus statement, blanket statement to say about Cubs fans, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of hearing that.
I mean, that's the most tired argument ever.
Yep.
Whatever. I don't care. I'm Chris Russo's banned. You are not allowed on this podcast.
I kind of like that Javi said that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it makes sense. And you know what's fucked up about it? Like, everybody's just ripping on Javi, but Lindor was doing it. Other players were doing it too.
Right.
So it's like, but Javi's kind of just the scapegoat in this situation. They don't deserve him. But I also kind of don't want him back because he's
Because he misses baseballs by 6 feet.
yeah. He
Strikes out a lot.
I saw somebody tweet out Javi Baez his last 162 games. Here it is. Javi Baez's last 162 games, 600 at bats, 223 strikeouts. He's hitting 226.
Jeez. Holy shit.
Is it fair to say the Cubs won that trade, that Pete Crow Armstrong trade?
We're already saying that.
Pete Crow Armstrong literally hasn't even put on a jersey yet, and we're saying he won the trade.
He hasn't even wiped his ass in Chicago. But
I
we
don't know
won
if
the trade.
Yeah. That's poor Javi. I don't really care though.
You know what? It's a little more fun to talk about? Patrick Wisdom.
I have a hot take here. Dude, he looks phenomenal with that mustache.
Orange
Yeah,
Star
I mean,
mustache vibes for sure.
If he's just going to keep pounding home runs, then he could literally have a Fu Manchu. I don't care.
It's crazy. He's got 25 home runs and I think 83 games.
Right. Like what
So
pace?
that's almost, you
like
extrapolate that out.
50 home run pace?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, realistically, just under 50 home runs would be like 48, 49.
Yeah.
So
he
can
might
we
stick.
confirm
You
he's
know,
the best home run hitter in the league?
You know how
Statistically.
you know how I know I'm a true Cubs fan? Is because no matter who puts the jersey on, I find reasons to start falling in love with players again. Like, just absolutely demoralized after all those trades, and now I'm sitting here like, yeah, Frank Schwindel can actually play a little bit.
The Schwindy City.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he is hitting like 340 with the Cubs.
Don't stir me up here. You're getting me excited about Frank Schwindel. Here, first, P Wizzy. I love the nickname. I love the fact that he calls himself P Wizzy. Cocky as hell. Yeah, dude, he just absolutely mashes the ball. And all of his home runs are tanks.
He strikes me as a guy in the offseason
just
who's gonna
rockets right over the fence.
He strikes me as a guy in the offseason that is going to get a table at Tao.
He's married with 2 kids.
Okay. Still might.
Still good.
Yeah, so.
We'll bring the kids.
Yeah. Hey, family man. He's a father. He's a girl dad. Yeah, he's absolutely crushing it. I love it. He had 5 home runs last week. Dude, that home run he hit against the Rockies, that I think it literally hit a building across the street.
Nuclear.
That is the best way to describe it. That swing is, those bombs were just nuclear.
If we could just get him making contact a little more too, like we do not want him to follow the Javi Baez path.
Mm-hmm.
Like he could really, I mean, he could be a part of the future.
This is something I actually wanted to ask you. I was talking about it with Andy and Tony beforehand, but next season, what would your hypothetical starting 9 be for the Cubs? And include like trades, free agents, just whatever.
I mean, that's tough.
Best case scenario, though. Best case scenario. We're not here to not be.
I would need some time to look into that because I don't even know who's really going to be on the market or what's realistic. So it'd be foolish for me to give you an actual answer.
So I think it's here. I'll go position by position at least. It's going to be Contreras, Freddie Freeman.
Shut up. Just
That's
stop
a
right there.
bold take. How are you just gonna say Freddie
right
Freeman
there.
all nonchalantly like that?
He's a free agent. Listen, I'm not saying this is realistic. I'm saying this is best case scenario.
Okay. Who's at second? Fucking
Nick Madrigal.
Yeah. Well, okay. That's realistic.
Nico at short. Patrick Wisdom at third.
Okay.
Ian Happen left.
All right. We're crashing back to earth. This makes more sense.
Okay, we're gonna trade for a center fielder. I think there might be a Alex Dickerson guy or
how about like Raimel Tapia?
Who were? Oh, Ramiel Tapia.
Yeah,
a guy like that. But I'm trying to think of who specifically I was thinking of earlier. No, it wasn't Jackie Bradley Jr.
And let's just skip right field because we all know who's gonna.
No. We do not want to skip right field because it's gonna be Nicholas Castellanos.
I hope.
You're full of hot takes.
I don't know why you're doing this to me right now because I was just trying to have like a regular Monday night. Like this.
Now he's got a raging heart on. Thanks a lot,
Jesus
Kyle.
Christ, Kyle. Please tell me at least one of these are realistic scenarios.
Oh, from industry sources, just in my brain, they are going to get Nicholas Castellanos.
And you think Freddie Freeman would actually want to come to the Cubs?
Why would you not?
I don't know. I mean, he's been lifetime Brave. He's got a family. Probably good with posting up in Atlanta.
I'm gonna say Chicago's a close second then. Hey, I didn't say it's gonna happen. I mean, yeah, you're right. You're 1,000% right. It's probably a 1% chance, less than 1% chance any of that happens, but you never know. And then you know who they're gonna resign? Kyle Schwarber to be the DH.
Just like that, Ian Happ is back on the bench.
No, he's because Schwarber's the DH.
2022 Universal DH, you thinking, huh?
Yeah. Come on. Tell me that's not good.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to let my brain start. I don't want the wheels to start spinning. I don't want
Okay, how about this? We'll do this for the infield. Freddie Freeman, Madrigal, Javi at short, Nico at third,
go at third.
P. Wizzy in left, Happ in center, Castellanos in right. Still a lot of swing and miss there. That's why I
The
don't think
Bulls traded Laurie Markkinen.
the Bulls traded Laurie Markkinen.
I can't do it yet. I can't do it. I'm too fired up about the Bears. Like, I'm finally like, I've come to acceptance about what happened to the Cubs. You can't do this to me yet.
All right, here I'll leave you with this, or leave you with this question: would you be upset if either one or both Frank Schwindel and Rafael Ortega are in the starting lineup on opening day next year?
No, based on what Frank Schwindel's been doing, if he finishes the season this way, give him a shot. Obviously, he's like, an MLB minor league journeyman or whatever, but screw it. I mean, he's shown some serious power, and he's had some really good at bats since he's been a regular 2-hole hitter in the lineup.
So before this year, he only had a combined 35 at bats in the big leagues, and he was 4 for 35.
But how old is he? He's what, 29, 30?
He is 29. He'll be 30 next year. So he's a year younger than Wisdom.
I mean,
he's so
by MLB standards, he's past his prime.
Well, look at what Wisdom's doing. Come on. Dude, he's a career 281 hitter in the bigs now. How about that? He's got his WAR already in what, 26 games is 0.7.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get any complaints out of me. I think he's at least worthy of a bench spot, at the very least.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. And a guy that he just made his debut yesterday, but I really like for the Cubs is Alfonso Rivas. Rivas? I don't know.
Okay.
I prefer Soriano, if I'm being honest.
Fake name. They got him in the Tony Kemp trade with Oakland a couple years ago. He's just a steady contact guy. I actually could also see him being a DH next year for the Cubs because he just shoots it in like a line drive gap to gap hitter. Only downside is I think he only plays first base. I don't think he plays outfield, which kind of sucks. But
now I'm thinking about what Schwindy could have been doing with some real protection around him in the lineup too.
I mean, he has a hot Ian Happ hitting behind him right now, and Patrick Wisdom.
That's right now, but I mean, he's been hitting well, literally for the past 2 months or so.
I mean, Schwindel's only Schwindel. How do you say his last name?
I think it's Schwindel.
Let's see. I'm actually on Baseball Reference, and it doesn't even fucking say. Oh, here. Doesn't say. Sad. All right, what were you saying? I honestly completely.
Well, all right. So then, all right, sure. Ian Happ, Patrick Wisdom, but stick him in between Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo, or like you're saying, Freddie Freeman and
Freddie Freeman. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Okay, let's put a pin in it for now, I think.
Or how about Freddie Freeman, first base, Frank Schwindel, DH? Left, right.
That's
Put a
fine.
pin in it before Max.
I'm telling you, it's all great. It is perfect.
Spot the lie.
Listen, as soon as we get off of this recording, I'm just start Googling Cubs room. So
Bulls traded Laurie Markkinen.
The Bulls did trade Laurie Markkinen. And what turned out to be a good trade, in my opinion.
Give us the deets. They got a first and a second rounder.
Yeah. So what? It was a 3-team trade, right? It was a sign and trade with the Cavs and the Blazers.
Mm-hmm.
So Markkinen signed a 4-year, $67 million deal with the Cavs. The Bulls wound up the Cavs sent Larry Nance to the Blazers. Irrelevant. The Bulls get a 2023 second-round draft pick from the Nuggets, and then the Bulls also get Derek Jones Jr. and a 2022 lottery-protected first-round pick. So that seems like quite the haul for Markkinen, who I believe has averaged like 15 points a game over the past 4 years.
I mean, why does Cleveland want him?
I don't know. I mean, he's not expensive, right? Like, I mean, in the NBA, if you're getting a guy 4 years, 67 mil, that's, I won't say it's changed, but it's not a max deal by any stretch.
Yeah, but I mean, not that I know much about the NBA at all, but I don't think the Cavs are good.
No, I think they're looking at a guy who's 7 feet tall. He's still young. He's only 24. They're getting him on the cheap, and maybe they're hoping that he can turn into something. Turn into what the Bulls hoped he would be when they drafted him in the first round.
Yeah, he had was it a good sophomore year where he really just dominated, and then after that it was just
Yeah, I mean, 2018, he averaged almost 19 a game, 9 boards, 9 rebounds. And then since then, he's kind of just fizzled. He averaged 15 a game in 2019, 13 and a half in 2020, and his rebounds per game have decreased drastically too. And I don't think he's ever actually played a full season. Maybe 2017. So
the take I really want to know is, Ty, what do you think about the trade?
Well, I can see why Cleveland might want him. They're calling him the next LeBron James of our generation, from what I understand.
He could finally wear 23 in Cleveland.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the big lanky white dude.
they call him the Finnish LeBron James.
Call him the finish, dude. Double finish. Call it the finisher
Hey, Laurie Markkinen's birthday is May 20th.
because his career is finished.
May 22nd.
May 20th. Oh, fuck. No. Oh, yeah. Fuck.
May birthdays suck, dude.
Oh, I forgot he went to Arizona. That's so random. He grew up in Vantaa, Finland.
Yeah, that is pretty random.
All right, who was he? Who drafted him?
The Bulls.
No.
Oh, the T-Wolves.
All right, let's see if you could solve who was in that trade.
T-Wolves 4 years ago, Jimmy Butler.
God, you're too good. Yeah, I thought they also got Zach LaVine. Did they not?
No, I don't think that was in that trade. Well,
Tell me there was multiple trades.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
they were the Timber Bulls for a while.
On June 22nd, 2017, the Bulls traded Justin Patton. No idea. I've never heard of him. To the Timberwolves with Jimmy Butler for Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, and the rights to Laurie Markkinen. Shout out me.
Shout out you. Okay.
All right, let's go to the final segment here, and that is our starting five. We'll do snake draft style. Starting five of actual names that sound like completely fake names. All right, so the way we're going to do this is we're going to do a snake draft. Ty's going to go first, then Max, then me. We'll whip it around. Starting five. Fakest name, realest names. Pardon me. What's the exact name of this?
It's gonna be
Names that are real but sound extremely fake.
Yeah, something like that.
There we go. Names that are real that sound extremely fake. Your starting five. Ty, lead us off.
I'm gonna start with easy and get a little better as we go here. Number 1, Mookie Betts.
Ooh,
Mookie Betts.
Fake as fuck. Fake.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a nice, clean one. That's pretty
It's clean.
It's just pretty
And
pretty
recent.
straightforward. Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
I like that one. All right, I'll get a little dirtier here. Dick Pole.
Oh,
Fair.
Ty, you writing these down?
Oh, I'm not writing these down. Does the Pope shit in the woods? Come on.
Does
The Cubs bench coach, Dick Pole. You have to say what each person did too.
I like that.
That's fair. That is a good idea because you know what? Unless I
Otherwise,
looked it up,
we
like
could legitimately just make up names.
that was
Yeah.
my plan all along. So.
All right. My first pick is going to be right fielder for the Cleveland Indians from 85. And this is, from 95. And this is from 1895. His name is Pussy Tebow.
How do you spell that?
Pussy.
Literally pussy.
Literally pussy.
You're lying.
And then Tebow is Tebeau. Pussy Tebow.
Some of
He
the
did-
old school baseball names are absolutely incredible.
He had 2 games. He went 3 for 6 with a walk, stolen base. 2 walks, pardon me, and a stolen base, RBI.
Hall of
In
Fame
his
numbers.
games, he has a .1 WAR. Pussy Tebow, born on February 22nd, 1870, died March 25th, 1950.
Fair. All right. Are we snaking this? You go again.
Yeah, so I go again. And then I'm going to go with somebody who is a little more recent, still baseball though. He's actually on the Cardinals right now. His name is Lars Nootbaar.
Oh, that's a good one.
Lars Nootbaar.
Yep.
Birthday coming up in a week here. 24, gonna be 24 years old, but Lars Nootbaar. That
Sounds like a type of candy. Like I'll take a Newt bar.
Yeah. Sounds delicious.
And yeah, you're up, Max.
If you had to guess how you spell Newt bar, what would you say?
I'm going NeWtBAR.
Stop you right there. It's Nootbaar. All right, shit. I got some good ones, and we can only do 5. I will go with my second pick. I'm gonna go Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis.
Oh man.
Green Ellis and
The
Ham.
law firm of Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis.
Yep, exactly right.
God damn, that's a
Former
good one.
running back for definitely the New England Patriots. I want to say the Bengals too.
Yeah, definitely the Bengals.
Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis.
That's a good one. I respect the
Oh,
fuck
man,
out of
that's
that.
a good one.
All right. I'm going outfielder for the Minnesota Twins circa sometime in the 1990s. Kirby Puckett.
Oh man, that's a good one, Ty.
Tom's picking
Ty's
like
just going for outfielders.
Yep.
This is an outfielders only lineup. Back.
you got a solid outfield too, right there. It's a good start.
And then I guess I go again, huh? I'm going a little off the grid on this one. Race car driver Dick Trickle.
Dick Trickle.
Mr. Trickle.
We're gonna have a dick in every round.
We are. A dick in every round and a dick in every hand. This is the way America should be, ain't it?
Maybe you're America.
So Ty, you did 2 there?
Max is up.
All right, so this is my third pick.
Yeah. Are we getting lost in the snake here?
I almost want to go. We do 6.
Why? But like, why 6? If we do, it's either 5 or 9. Start at 5 or start at 9. You can't start 6.
All right, let's do 5, and then we'll just do the honorable mention.
Well, there's gonna be 1,000 honorable mentions.
Yep. All right. With my third pick, I'll say Ndamukong Suh.
Okay.
I
I
don't
like
even know
that.
if I pronounced that right.
I don't know either. Let's call him
Dominican.
Sue.
Indomitian Sue.
Boy named Sue.
The Sue Chef. My name. Is that a shout out to Hugh and Mac right now?
What'd you
No.
say?
No, not at all. It's a shout out to Johnny Cash.
Never mind then, dude.
All right.
Okay.
I have my third and fourth pick here. And this one, this guy played in the I think this is the Negro Leagues. He's in the Negro Leagues. He played for, give me 1 second here, the Memphis Red Sox.
He's throwing it way back.
His name is Lafayette Napoleon Dumas.
Kyle's almost going too far back. I think I almost like Psalm's recent creativity here.
All right, well, listen, I know that. I know where I'm going. So my next one in the 4th round, pardon me. Yeah, so Lafayette Napoleon Dumas, March 20th, 1920. Oh man, he died only at 23 years old. That's sad. He was the 8,748th player in Major League history because their MLB is now counting Negro League players as professional players. So 0.7 WAR, hit a homer.
Wow. Okay.
My
Phenomenal. name.
next one, my 4th round pick is Meta World Peace.
Ooh, that's a good one. I had that on my list. I don't think
That's
I was gonna.
softball.
I don't know if I was gonna say that, but he's definitely gonna be an honorable mention.
So Meta World
Does
Peace.
he really count because his name is Ron Artest.
No, it's not. It's legally Meta World Peace.
Well, it is now. Yeah, true.
So his name is not Ron Artest because it's legally Meta World Peace. So
I feel like we'd be doing this guy a disservice if we didn't mention him. So I'm gonna say Coco Crisp.
That's a good one.
I mean, that's low hanging fruit, but it had to be said.
he did. Did Coco Crisp? He was in the 2016 World Series, right?
Was he on the Indians?
Yeah. Oh, he definitely was on the Indians. I'm wondering if he was in the game. Oh, so actually, Coco, that's who it was. They pinch ran, and this was stupid. In the 10th inning, was it Terry Francona pinch ran or took Coco Crisp out of the game? So Michael Martinez, the guy who made the final out, that was actually he was in the game for Coco Crisp.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was going for. Damn,
Would you rather have a Coco Crisp or a Newt Bar?
Oh, yeah, Coco Crisp.
Coco Crisp
Way
for
better.
sure. Yeah. A little crunch to
I'm
it.
excited for Psalm's pick here.
All right. Going two here. My all-time favorite baseball player based on name only. Former Indians and a few different teams. Catcher, Corky Miller.
Oh man, I remember him with the Reds.
Yo, yeah, baby. Corky fucking Miller. I saw him play on the Reds at Red Stadium when I was like.
Wow, that is a good one.
And last but not least, former Jets lineman, the Brickshaw Ferguson.
Oh damn, dude, that was my last one.
Was it? Oh, damn, son.
I'll stick with the Jets, and I'll keep that train rolling. I'll go Jericho Cotchery.
Jericho Cotchery. Okay, wow. God damn. And I have to pivot here. I had the Brickishaw Ferguson as my last one.
Pivot.
All right, let me see here. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure that this is this guy's actual name.
You making up names out here now?
No, this is his actual name. Well, because I had one, and I'll say it in the honorable mentions, but it's his nickname, but that's like what he went by. But this is his real name. This guy's name is Fair A. Hooker Jr. He was a 5th round pick by the Browns in the 69 draft.
How do you spell that?
Fair.
Literally fair.
Yeah, just like that's a fair trade. And Hooker, just like that's a fair trade for the hooker.
That's an awfully fair hooker. Those prices were
Really good
awfully
that he
fair
got to
for that
learn.
hooker.
He got to learn from Fair Hooker Senior.
We should put this we need to put this on like Instagram or something and have
All right.
people vote.
Should we do?
Yeah,
should we do
please
2
stop
honorable
trying.
mentions each?
No, we'll just rip them off. Rip off your honorable mentions.
All right. Deontay Christmas,
Never heard of him.
guard from Temple.
Oh.
He was like, he went off in like the NCAA tournament.
Yeah. Okay. Who else?
2000
Lawyer Malloy.
It was their Lawyer Malloy. Am I getting him confused with Ty Law, where he would get a pick and I fought Ty Law and Ty Law won. I fought.
Ty Law was a cornerback. Lawyer Malloy was a safety, so very possible that they both had some kind of association.
I'm getting them confused, but yeah. Shout out me for knowing Ty Law. That's a good one too, Ty Law. All right. Any more?
Yeah, I got a few, but I'll let you guys go if you want.
All right. I'm gonna say, besides R.W. McQuarters that kicked off the show, I'm gonna say Bull, the guy on the Nuggets now.
Nice.
And then there was this guy who played for the Cubs. Again, 1800s. His name was King Kelly. That was his actual name. So named King is pretty sweet.
I like Deuce Latui.
Is that Ratatouille's cousin?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Former Panthers quarterback Chris Winkie.
Chris
Winkie.
Winkie? Okay.
Former second baseman of the Cardinals, Stubby Clapp.
Stubby Clapp, I remember him.
And a real recent one here. Shout out to Bears fans and Packers fans alike. HaHa Clinton.
Ooh, haha's a good one.
But is HaHa his actual name?
Yeah.
No,
Legally, I think
it's
so.
Hashan.
Oh, is it really?
Even weirder.
It's Hashan Trayshawn Clinton Dix.
I thought it was legally. Haha.
No, full name is Hashan Trayshawn Clinton Dix.
Well, it still plays. So.
And no, it plays in the honorable mention.
That real name, it plays.
So I looked up haha Clinton Dix and related to haha Clinton Dix. Captain Munnerlyn, the Brickishaw Ferguson, and Fair Hooker. That's literally
Captain
what it
Munnerlyn
says
is
on
a
the
good
top of
honorable
it.
mention.
That's crazy. Wow.
A couple Bears throwbacks: Bronco Nagurski and Dick Butkus.
Yeah, I mean, Dick Buckus, dude.
So
goofy ass name.
I had him. I had Dick Butkus written down, but I didn't know if that was an acceptable name to use, just because he's a legend. Dick Butkus. So that's what I did. And I was going to mention him in the honorable mentions out of respect, but let's see. I also had Dick Sizzler.
Nice.
And then this was the one that, so his name is actually Emil Edwin Fuchs, but he went by Judge Fox.
Okay.
He's a Boston Braves manager. And that's
Here's
all
an honorable mention for you. In high school, there was a teacher at my school whose name was Mr. Stoner, and his wife's name, Mary Jane.
Mary Jane Stoner.
Yep.
Really?
What about Giannis Antetokounmpo?
That's not real.
That's just noises.
Jesper Horsted, not a real name.
Yeah.
Jesper Horsted started this whole segment, so
No, R.W. McQuarters did.
yeah, that's true.
Either way. Either way you flip it, you got some court.
That was a good way to end the show. I'm gonna think of 15 now that right after we stop recording, and it's gonna piss me off that I didn't use them.
Just start tweeting them out one by one.
Just Chicago athletes.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to tweet out and see if anybody. Let's see what's the fakest.
Live tweets right now. And that's a wrap.
Yeah.
Sweet. Episode 23.
And that's that. Best one yet.